Welcome back to Daily Flash. Riesa, Pascal here. You know, when we focus on improving our mental health, oftentimes we feel the need to make drastic changes. However, according to our next guest, subtle shifts made with purpose and awareness can create great changes. COLLEEN, AVIS, author of Sacred Spaces, is an integrative life coach who helps her clients create more harmony in their lives by helping to clear their mind, body, and home spaces. Hi, COLLEEN. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. You know, I love that you have a background in interior design, and that seems to fit in pretty well with your book title, Sacred Spaces. Can you tell us how that was transpired?
Yeah, so Sacred Spaces came to be after years of really wanting to write my own story. And yes, indeed, having a background in interior design was part of that space. But I realized that after years of working in meditation and life coach work, that all of our spaces are so beautifully intertwined. And I thought, what about writing a book that was vulnerable and authentic, that offered practices and journeys to a reader, that also offered multiple authors, would really be perhaps powerful, perhaps even more inspirational, offering a reader maybe more subtle shift options for making ultimately their own sacred space.
Nice. And as the author of this book, you are the expert on the subject. So, of course, I need to ask, what are some ways that we can clear our minds and spaces?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, first of all, I just want to say that what's most important is that you find one or two practices or subtle shifts, as I like to say, that really benefit you, that you can be consistent in, right? So that's kind of number one. But here's five or so that maybe you could pick from. The first one that I love is using the acronym STOP. STOP, stop. Just in the moment when things feel overwhelming, stopping, taking a few deep breaths, observing how you feel, maybe what's going on around you in your environment. And then with that in mind, proceeding. So that's number one. Number two, change things up. You know, take a different route to work, maybe go to a different coffee shop or a lunch place, move your desk in your room layout, change the paint color, things like that. Let's see, three, really freshening up your home spaces. So I always say if you have a mess under your bed, you probably have a mess in your mind. So why not clean out a right? So why not clean out a closet or one pile, maybe even your car or that junk drawer that we all have. Diffusing essential oils, even just to change the space, freshen things up, can feel really
Nice.
great. Yeah.
I felt,
And then,
go
oh
ahead.
yeah.
I was saying I felt convicted by that line. If you have a mess under your bed, you probably have a mess in your mind. All right. And what?
I've had a mess under my bed. It's okay. We all are there, expert or not. It all happens to
And
all of us.
and then your final steps.
Yeah, my final steps is really like get back to nature. Put your feet on the earth's surface. Be inspired what nature shows us. You know, when a tree branch blows around by the wind, it doesn't necessarily snap off and break. It's flexible.
Right.
See what you know, kind of be inspired from with that. And then always, always, always praise yourself. Be
Very
cheerful
good.
with yourself. Go easy with yourself. Find an affirmation that you love. Stick to it. And even if you have to say it to yourself for a little bit until you believe it, cheer yourself on.
Fantastic advice. Colleen, where can we go for more information and to get a copy of your book?
Oh, my website is subtle-shifts.com. That's subtle-shifts.com. You can also find me on Instagram, Colleen_Avis_B.
Excellent. Thank you, Colleen. Thank you for your time. I appreciate that.